Welcome to the first vlogmas. I really don't know what I'm doing. Disclaimer, first of all, I don't really film talking to the camera as much these days for my YouTube channel. But yeah, disclaimer, I don't know what I'm doing for vlogmas, but it's something I wanted to try because I felt like I don't really have many like casual videos as much. Not casual, I like vlogs. I like watching vlogs, and I think I just wanted to share a little bit more behind the scenes as an experiment to see if I would like it. Like, I definitely did this very early on in my studio vlog, so this is going to be kind of a hybrid between just a casual talking vlog behind the scenes and a studio vlog, because obviously there's going to be some overlap. But I'm hoping to keep these kind of short as well, famous last words, because me and short, just those two things, like short content, just don't work together. Because I think one of the most common questions I get is like, so what exactly do you do every day? And I don't know how to answer it because it really depends on the day. And also it changes every day. And so today, it's Monday. I've got my coffee. I did my morning pages. So Mondays are always my weekly update days. Yeah, weekly update days. So I record just like this, a weekly update, and I also do a journal update, which is of my desk facing down. Yeah, I mean, the name is self-explanatory, but I do that, and that pretty much takes up half my day. So that's typically my Mondays. My Mondays aren't too packed with anything else because I need to, like, the priorities are the weekly updates. I wanted to start by showing you how do I do this while holding the microphone? I'm gonna have to clip it on me. I wanted to talk about my December TBR, kind of, because I don't really have TBRs for the month because I think like most people, does this sound okay? I just read, like I decide what I want to read when I'm about to start a book. Like that's how I decide. I don't really have a list. And if I do, I tend not to stick to it. So even though I made a list for the purpose of telling you guys, I don't know if I'll stick to it. I'm going to try to because I'm challenging myself. So I challenged myself to pick books from my bookshelf that I haven't yet read. And that's going to be my challenge for December. That's my TBR December challenge. And oh, it's pulling down my dress. This is not good. I feel like this is backwards. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I picked from my own bookshelf for December. Every single one of these, accidentally, I mean, the majority of my books are, these are all thrifted books. And like, I love my Kindle. I love my Kindle. I've only had it for about 4 months now, I think, so it's still very new for me, but I still love physical books. But Kindle is, like, I love going between both. So as you will see, I have this on my Kindle, but I also have the physical copy because it's so much easier to read in bed, on your Kindle, on the go, on your Kindle. But here are the 5 books that I chose for December. These are the physical books that I chose. I have a bunch of other books on my Kindle that I'm also planning to read. We've got The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I haven't read. Also, I'm not the type of person that's going to explain the book to you because I go into a book very blind, so I actually honestly don't know what to expect, and I like that because I'm going into the book without any expectations, because I find like the blurb never really matches up to the story, and I don't want to I find that when I do know what the book is about, I'm like waiting for it to happen, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop or the plot to change. So I like just going along for the ride and just seeing where the author takes me. So we've got The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We've got Ego is the Enemy, because I've heard some great things about it. A classic, 1984, which I've never read, by George Orwell. Orwell. By the way, I can't pronounce anything, like, ever. So yes, I'm going to say everything wrong. My Cousin Rachel by Daphne Du. Cannot say this. Maurier. But also, I just bought that yesterday. Actually, My Cousin Rachel, which was yesterday? 2 days ago, which was a very exciting find because this has been on my TBR for like 10 years or something. And then Thinking Fast and Slow. So I've got 2 non-fiction books. We've got The Ego is the Enemy and Thinking Fast and Slow. And I tried to choose a good range of genres for the fiction books. So I feel like all 3 of these are quite different. You've got kind of the historical fiction, the classic 1984, a little bit of a dystopian. So I think it is sci-fi. Yeah, sci-fi. I know a little bit about that book, but not much again, but I'm so excited to read that one. And no idea what this is. I barely read the blurb, but that is the plan. So that is my challenge to you. If you want to partake in the challenge, to choose some books off your current bookshelf, books that you haven't read, that have been on your bookshelf for a while, because I think it's so easy to get caught up in the newness of book releases that you you're ignoring the current books that you have. So that's my December TBR, physical TBR. I can show you my Kindle bookshelf later. Doesn't really matter. I'll update you as this vlogmas goes along. I'm going to aim to do at least one vlogmas a week. I'm already talking for so long, so I need to wrap this up. This is why I can't vlog, because I think if I just sit down and talk, it'll be like 20 minutes long, which is fine for weekly updates, not so much for YouTube, I think. But right now, I'm going to film the weekly updates and the journal updates. I would really like to declutter this at some point, and I'm telling you this now so you can hold me accountable, because this vlogmas really is just secretly me trying to hold myself accountable and clean the studio before 2025. But I'm excited to have you on this journey with me while I experiment with this whole vlog thing. I think that's it. I'm going to record the Patreon stuff, and then I'll check in afterwards, which will probably be around lunchtime. Okay, talk soon. Hello again. It is 5:53 p.m. We are winding down to the end of the workday, which is kind of a lie because I do keep working into the night. It's not that I work, I kind of do work long hours, but I take a lot of breaks in between. Like, I take a very healthy long lunch, I read, I sometimes play games during the day, I read during the day, and so I take it very relaxed, which means, well, not which means, it's more like I'm willing to extend my workday a little bit longer, so I'm okay with not being super efficient during the day. So my workday doesn't really end here. I'm just adjusting the cut lines because, as you saw me, I just printed out Mushroom Herbie, but his cut lines are a little bit too small. I want to make it bigger. Also, I'm not sure if I'm super happy with the color, so I need to look into that, but I'm just making that a little bit bigger. And I just distracted myself, so I forgot what I was going to say. I actually stop working around 9:30 usually, but I'm trying to end my workday a little bit earlier, around 9 or 8:30, so that I can just read if I want to, or take it really easy, catch up on my journals even. So that's what I've been trying to do, just push back a little bit. But usually I have dinner around this time and then I come back and do some more work. But again, super chill, trying not to do as much work and taking it easy. The blinds are closed because it gets so hot in here. It becomes like an oven in this room because it's south facing here in the southern hemisphere, which means I get the afternoon light. But I guess after dinner, I'm gonna go make dinner now, but after dinner, I will probably edit this vlogmas and see what the clips are like, because I honestly have no idea. It might be more of a day in my life kind of situation. I don't know how you feel about that, so any feedback is welcome. I guess it depends how long the clips are. Ideally, the video is around 10 to 15 minutes. With my rambling, it might be a little bit longer, but I probably won't film too much later tonight because, again, I'm trying to decompress, just take it easy. I tend not to film too much at night. But I was on schedule with everything today. I feel like I got through my to-do list pretty well. Like, I got through everything. I even made myself post an Instagram post, even though every bone in my body was like resisting it. I did do that. So that is a win. And that is one of my goals that I set, to post at least once a week on Instagram. But yes, it's almost 6 p.m. So I'm going to go make some dinner. And then my husband's going to get home. We're going to watch a movie or a show on the couch. We only usually watch for half an hour to an hour. We might play a game. I'm currently playing It Takes Two. It's been really fun. So we're probably going to play that tonight, and that'll be my downtime. I'm going to try to take it easy tonight, and I'm going to read a little bit more of The Bound Worlds. So I usually read, this is book 3. Did I already mention this? This is book 3 in the Devoured Worlds trilogy. So this is the very last book, but I usually read my nonfiction during the day at lunchtime when my energy, my attention span is at its peak. And then in the morning and night, I like to unwind with a fiction book. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the rest of my plans. And this is probably the last time I'm going to chat on camera. But thank you for tuning in to my very first vlogmas. Again, no idea what I'm doing, but I appreciate you being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.